Yesterday morning, we have discussed about correlated subqueries. We have discussed, and after correlated subqueries, we have discussed about after correlated subqueries. We have discussed about sequencer. Pseudo column. Morning we have discussed pseudo columns. Pseudo column means it is an independent column. It works on any table. Like we can say row num, row ID, and we have seen how row num will works. Row num will works only at the time of selection. When you write select statement, then row num will show the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. And row ID means for every record in the table, row ID is generated. So row ID is saved in the table, and it is used to identify it is used to uniquely identify each row in the table. So whenever you want to identify each row existing in the table, then we can use row ID we can use. So whenever you want to delete the duplicate records when same data is there, then with the help of row ID we can delete the records. And in Oracle we have and afternoon we have discussed about sequence. Sequence we have discussed. Sequence is used to generate numbers in sequential order. It is called as auto number, and those numbers we can use in the table. Sequence works with two pseudo columns. One is curval and next one is next val. Two pseudo columns are used. While using pseudo columns, we are using dual table. Dual. So a dual is a tiny table with one row and one column. So when you are working with any data which is not related to, when you work with the data which is not related to any table, then we can use a dual table we can use. And also it is used to work with functions in functions in Oracle. And after that, yesterday, after sequence, we have discussed about say point. So the use of this say point is whenever you want to get the data back from the specific point of time, then by using say point, it is done. So save point is like safe side. Like when you are doing any operations on the table, like if any mistake is done, then you can get the data back from the specified point of time. Yesterday we saw very simple example using save point. So now we'll discuss about the views in Oracle. So when we say views, so view is created on the tables. When you are creating a view, view is created on tables. Okay. So if you want to create a view, then what should be there? If you want to create a view, what should be there? Table should be there. If you want to create a view, then what should be there? Table should be there. If you want to create a table, if you want to create a table, if you want to create a table, what should be there? Nothing is required. Nothing is required. If you want to create a table, you can create table. Table creates a view, view creates a table. నేను ఇంకా అలాంటివి ఏం చెప్పలేదు. నేను అలాంటివి చెప్తే మీరు రిపీట్ చేసిన. If you want to create a table, what is required? Nothing is required. You can create table without creating anything before. But if you want to create a view, what is required? If you want to create a view, then table is required. So view is created on table. And here it is why we should create a view on tables is to see the required data from the table, and we can use views. So if you are having a table with 5,000 records, then you can create views on the table to display the required records. See, whenever you are working with table, it will show all the 5,000 records. But if I create a views, first view to show first 1,000 records, next view to show next 5,000 records, next 1000 records. So on one table I can create 5 views. 5 views will show different records from the table. Like for example, if I want to create views based on department number, table contains department numbers. Then I can create views based on department number. Department number 10, one view on the table. Department number 20, another view on the same table. Department number 13 on the same table. So on one table, we can create different views with different department numbers. If I want to see employees with department number 10, then I will not go for table. I will not use table. I will use a view which can show department number 10. If I want to show department number 20 details, I will not use table. I will use the view which will show details of the employees with department number 20. Like for example, if I am storing employees details with different jobs, so like managers, clerks, salesmen, analysts, all these. On one table, I can create views based on job wise. Based on job wise, I can create views. So I can create a first view with job manager, second view with the clerks, third view with the salesman, fourth view with analyst. Like this, I can do it. If I want to see only managers list, then I will not access the table. I will access the view which will show only the managers list. So on one table, you can create multiple views to get the required data. So when you are working with the view here, view contains records and memory is used. So, sorry. Table contains records and memory is used. Table contains records. Table contains records and is used because data is there. View does not contains records and memory is not used. View does not have any records, and how the view is created using select statement. View is created using select statement. So I can write create a view name as select statement. I cannot write like this. Like create a view name, ENO number of 5, E name, varchar 2 of 15. Like that we cannot write it. Okay. View is created only with the select statement. And the view contains only the column names. With the help of column names, it is going to show the values. With the help of column names, it is going to show the values. So view contains only column names, no records, and memory is not used. And with the help of column names, view can show records from the table. Okay. And the view does not have any information of its own. View will not have any data of its own. Whatever data it is showing, it is from the table. So you may have doubt, then why we should create a views on the table? To get the required data from the table, we can create multiple views. Required data. Instead of accessing all the records and giving where clause, doing all this, we can work with the views. Okay, students. Views are created using table. Views are created using tables, and view is created using select statement. And view does not have records, does not use memory. View contains only column names. With the help of column names, it will show records from the table. Okay. So here, when you are working with the view will works like a mirror. View works as a mirror. Whatever is there in the table, view will show it to the user. View will works like a mirror. Whatever is there in the table, view is going to display. So here you can see, while creating view, we are giving like this. Create a view name, as a select statement is given here, as a select statement. So here I am not writing create view name, ENO number, E name varchar of 15. Like that we are not giving. It is created using only select statement. And here you can see types of views are there. In views you can see simple view is there, then complex view is also there. Simple view is created using select statement with where clause. Select statement with where clause. Complex view is created with the select statement with order by, group by, and by using joins it is possible. So order by statement means it is used to show records in ascending or descending order. Okay. And here group by is used to group identical or similar values existing in the columns of the table. And joins are used to join two tables as one table, three tables as one table. We can join the tables. Okay. So they write the definition and syntax, then we'll see the examples. So main heading is views. After say point, yesterday we have discussed about say point. After say point, main heading is views. Right? This is main heading. It should be in the center. Main heading means it should be in the center. Instead of giving direct access on tables to users or employees, instead of giving direct access to uh, tables, then what they'll do is they will create a views with the required information and they will give permission to work on views. See, whatever data is there in tables, so that is the real-time data only. Like that is very important. Here we are using while learning we are using fake information. Our information is not real, only fake only. Even if I delete also, nobody will ask. But in companies, some person, one employee deletes the records. Like it is a very big issue. So instead of giving direct access on tables, what they do is they will create the views on tables and they will give access on the views, not on the data. Okay. So if a view is deleted, also problem will not be there because the data will be safe. For that, views can be created. So here we'll see how to create a simple view. We'll see creating simple view. We'll use this on EMP table. Sample table is there. On sample table, we'll use it. Select as stick from EMP. So EMP table is a sample table. So in one file, in sample tables file, two tables are there. Department table and EMP table. So here I am using EMP table here. EMP table is a sample table. So while working with joins and subqueries, you have to use this table. Okay. And this table is having how many columns? How many? 8 columns. And how many rows? So 14 rows are there. 14 rows are existing. Now here I'll create a view like this. Create a view. View name is EMP view 1. So I cannot create view like this. See this. ENO number of 5. How we are creating table, we cannot create view like this. In a varchar 2 of 15. Like this not allowed. So it is showing a missing parentheses it is giving. Okay. So view is created using select statement. Using select statement. So here I'll say create a view EMP view 1. EMP view 1 as a select asterisk from EMP where job equal to manager. So if the user wants to see managers list, then user will not use EMP table. User will use view, EMP view to see only managers list. So view is created. View is created, you can see here. Select asterisk from EMP view. EMP view 1. So this is showing a managers list. It is giving the managers list here. So this managers list is coming from the table. So view does not have records. View does not use memory. View will have only the column names. View contains only the definition or structure. Based on the column names, it is giving the details here. Like this, it is giving. Okay. Now here, I will do changes in the view. I will do changes in the view here. So here I'll write insert into then EMP view values. View 1 values Then here I'll say 1009. Then name. Name is given. Job is manager. And MGR number is 7839. Manager number. And next one is high date. Next one is salary. Commission null. Department number 10 I'm giving. So here I'm view. I'm adding new record in the view. View one values. On insert command on view, not on table. Okay, not on table. Now see this. So one row created. One row created. Now I'll use select asterisk from EMP view one. Insert command on view. So it is giving records. New record it is giving 1009. 1009. New record is there. Now see, here I'll use table. Select asterisk from EMP. When I say select asterisk from EMP, then when I say how many of say no? Okay. So here when I see EMP table, in EMP table new record will be there. New record will be there. See what I said is view is created using table. View is created using table. In view, records are not stored, memory is not used. View contains only the column names. Whatever records it is giving, the records are from the table. The records are from the table. నేను ఇక్కడ వ్యూ లో రికార్డ్ ఎంటర్ చేశాను అనుకోండి ఆ రికార్డ్ ఎక్కడికి వెళ్తుంది టేబుల్ కి వెళ్తుంది ఓకే సో వి ఆర్ యాక్సెసింగ్ టేబుల్ విత్ వ్యూ ఓకే ఇఫ్ ఐ గివ్ రికార్డ్ ఇన్ ద అసలు వ్యూ లో రికార్డ్స్ ఉందో అసలు what see now it is giving 5 records now before view is giving 5 records before view is giving 5 records they are from the table view 5 records display చేస్తుంది కదా ఆ 5 records ఎక్కడి నుంచి వస్తున్నాయి టేబుల్ నుంచి వస్తున్నాయి 5 records ఓకే మీరు వ్యూ తో వర్క్ చేస్తున్నారంటే మీరు ఏమనుకోవాలి మీరు వ్యూ తో వర్క్ చేస్తున్నారంటే ఏమనుకోవాలి ఏదో ఒకటి అనుకోవాలి కదా table to work చేస్తున్నారు అనుకోవాలి మీరు okay when you are working with view it means that you are working with the data in the table okay so now one more question I'll ask now this table is having how many rows now how many 15 so here new record is also there ఈ new record ఎలా ఇన్సర్ట్ చేశాను view ద్వారా ఇన్సర్ట్ చేశాను వ్యూ ద్వారా ఈ రికార్డ్ ఇన్సర్ట్ చేశాను అది ఎక్కడ వచ్చింది టేబుల్ లో వచ్చింది అది సో వన్ మోర్ హియర్ ఐల్ సే సెలెక్ట్ asterisk ఫ్రమ్ EMP view 1 it is giving records okay now I'll write like this update EMP view 1 see I'm writing update command on the view I'm writing update command on the view update EMP view 1 set here I'll say ename equal to so ename equal to Shahrukh Khan where employee number equal to 1009 okay I'm updating the view so in 1009 Krishna is there In the place of Krishna, I want Bollywood ka Badshah. Okay, Shah Rukh Khan. Okay. Okay. See, this time all should give correct answer. All should give correct answer. See, in view, Krishna is there. In view, Krishna is there. I want Shah Rukh Khan. Okay. Name is very too large. I'll give only Shah Rukh Khan. I think the size of the maybe some 10 or something. Okay. View is updated. Students. Good students. View is updated. Now, when I see the view, what is the name? Krishna or Shah Rukh Khan? Okay. So I'll say EMP view 1. EMP view 1 is showing Shah Rukh Khan. Okay. Now select asterisk from EMP. When I say select asterisk from EMP, what will be the name? Krishna or Shah Rukh Khan? So how many have say Krishna? How many have say Shah Rukh Khan? Madam is separate. Huh? So all Shah Rukh Khan only. How many have say Krishna? Madam, is Krishna. Okay. How many have say once again, once more? How many have say Shah Rukh Khan? Okay, hands down. So now it will show Shah Rukh Khan only. Why? Because is when you are updating the view, it means that you are updating the table contents. మీరు వ్యూ అప్డేట్ చేస్తున్నారంటే మీనింగ్ ఏంటి? టేబుల్లో కంటెంట్స్ అప్డేట్ చేస్తున్నట్టు. When you are updating the view, it means that you are updating the table contents. Madam, you are updating the last. You are updating the like don't think like every time I am asking you only. You may think like every time why sir is asking me only. I will ask good students only, no? Yeah? So when you are working with view, it means that you are working with contents in the table. Okay. Now see. Now I will say delete EMP view 1. Delete EMP view 1. Where employee number equal to 1009. So here I am writing delete command on view. Delete. So now when you give answer for this, give answer. Think and give the answer. Okay. So here delete EMP view 1 where employee number equal to 1009. One row deleted. So view will show this record or not? View will show this record or not? Yes or no? So in view record is deleted. So it is giving 3. 1009 is not there. Now if I see the table, in table record will be there or not? Record will be there or not? How many have say yes? How many have say no? Okay. So all are saying record will not be there. So record is not there. If you are deleting record using view, it means that you are deleting record from the table. Okay. See now all are giving correct answer. Now this is the time for you to give correct answer. Now here you can see. So drop table EMP. I am deleting this table. This is the, you can say this is a base table. Base table means having records. Base table means having records. Base table you can call it as independent table also. Independent table having records. So now I am deleting base table. Using this table, view is created. Okay. See, table dropped. Table dropped means columns and rows are deleted. Now I'll say select asterisk from EMP view 1. Select asterisk from EMP view 1. When I say select asterisk from view name, will you get records? Yes or no? How many have say yes? How many have say yes? How many have said no? Okay. So when I type to select as it from view name, you will not get records. You will not get records. What I said before, view is created on EMP table. View does not have anything of its own. Whatever it is giving view, it is from the table only. మీరు వ్యూ క్రియేట్ చేసిన తర్వాత టేబుల్ డిలీట్ చేశారు అనుకోండి వ్యూ వర్క్ అవుతుంది వ్యూలో డేటా ఉండదు అసలు వ్యూలో డేటా ఉండదు వ్యూలో ఏముండదు వ్యూలో డేటా ఉండదు ఏముంటుంది కాలమ్ నేమ్స్ ఉంటుంది బేస్డ్ ఆన్ కాలమ్ నేమ్స్ ఇట్ ఈస్ గివింగ్ ద రికార్డ్స్ ఓకే సో మీకు వ్యూ వర్క్ అవ్వాలంటే ఏముండాలి మెయిన్ టేబుల్ ఉండాలి టేబుల్ లేకుండా అవుతుంది అయిపోతుంది జరిగిపోతుంది అంటే జరగదు ఓకే సో నౌ సి so now I'll say drop view EMP view 1. Before dropping this, here I'll say DSC tab. DSC tab is there, no? DSC tab means a tab is a synonym. Synonym means another name for system table. I think you all using no user underscore tables. User underscore tables is system table. For the table, this tab is given here. Tab is a synonym. Okay. So here if I say like this, select asterisk from tab, then it will show tables and views. It is giving tables. We have created many tables. It is showing tables and views. If you want to see only views, if you want to see only views from tab, then select asterisk from tab, where tname. Tname is the column name in the system table. Tname, then here we'll say view. Not tname, tab type, sorry. Tab type. Tname means it is giving table names and view names. Table means here you can say tab type. Tab type means a view table it is giving. Tab type is the column name in this synonym. It will show only the views here. So here you can see view is there, EMP view 1. It is giving the view. Now I'll drop the view. Drop view, view name. View name is EMP view 1. So view is dropped. So if you drop the view, if you drop the view, view is deleted. All these are there. What I've told now to delete the view is there. And here examples using complex views are there. So before that, you please write these examples. You want to give? If you give clerk, means using a view, you want to insert record in table, which is not related to view. It will take, but view will not show. No, view will. My view is showing only manager's list. If you say clerk, no, that will go to table. It will go to table. instead of giving direct access on tables, DBA can create views on the tables and they can give permission to the users to see the data, so that the original data, actual data is not disturbed. అవునవును. ఏంటి మేడం ఇది? టేబుల్ అవునవును. అంటే ఇక్కడ మేనేజర్స్ ఉన్నారు అనుకోండి మేడం. ఆ వ్యూలో ఏంటి ఓన్లీ మేనేజర్సే వ్యూ చేస్తారు. ఓకే. అంటే ఓన్లీ ఆ డేటానే అప్డేట్ చేసుకోవడానికి, అంటే మీకు ఏంటి ఓన్లీ వ్యూ చేయడానికి అన్నారా? ఓన్లీ డిస్ప్లే చూసుకోవడానికి అన్నాను. ఓన్లీ చూసుకోవడానికి అయితే ఇక్కడ సినానిమ్ ఉంది. ఓన్లీ చూసుకోవడానికి అయితే సినానిమ్స్ ఉన్నాయి. ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే మనం చెప్పేది ఏంటి, అప్డేటబుల్ వ్యూస్. అప్డేటబుల్ వ్యూస్ అంటే మన వ్యూస్ మనం అప్డేట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు, డేటా కూడా అప్డేట్ అవుతుంది. మీకు మేడం, మీకు డేటా మీకు ఓన్లీ చూసుకోవాలనుకోండి, అప్పుడు సినానిమ్ క్రియేట్ చేస్తారు. ఇక్కడ ఇది ఎలా వర్క్ అవుతుంది అంటే, ఇక్కడ ఎలా వర్క్ అవుతుంది, మనం అలా ఇక్కడ డిఎంఎల్ కమాండ్స్ ని రెస్ట్రిక్ట్ చేయొచ్చు అంటే చేయొచ్చు, అది రివోక్ చేయొచ్చు. అది అలా కాదు మేడం, అసలు వ్యూలో డేటా ఉంటుంది కదా అసలు. నేను మీకు చూపించడానికి వ్యూలో డేటా ఉండదని చూపిస్తున్నాను నేను, అంతే. నేను మీకు నేను ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయలేదు. ఇప్పుడు వాళ్ళే రికార్డ్స్ యాడింగ్, ఎడిటింగ్, డిలీటింగ్ చేయరు కదా. ఎవరికైతే పర్మిషన్ ఉందో వాళ్ళు రికార్డ్ చూస్తారు. నేను మీకు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తున్నాను. మీకేం చెప్తున్నాను నేను, మీరు రికార్డ్ యాడ్ చేసి అక్కడికి వెళ్తుంది. వ్యూస్ చేసి రికార్డ్స్ యాడ్ చేయరు అసలు, యాక్చువల్గా ఎవరు చేయరు. యాడింగ్, ఎడిటింగ్, డిలీటింగ్ చేయరు. నేనేం చెప్దాం అనుకున్నానంటే, వ్యూలో ఫిజికల్ గా డేటా ఉండదు. వ్యూ ఏం చేస్తుంది మేడం, టేబుల్లో ఉన్న డేటాను డిస్ప్లే చేస్తుంది. వ్యూ అనేది ఏంటి, ఇట్ వర్క్స్ లైక్ ఎ మిర్రర్. మీకు ఇంకా క్లియర్ గా అండర్స్టాండ్ అవడానికి నేను అలా చెప్తున్నాను. అప్డేటింగ్, ఎడిటింగ్, డిలీటింగ్ అంటే కొంచెం క్లారిటీ వస్తుంది. Tab is a synonym. Synonym means another name for system table. Another name for system table. Another name for system table means user underscore tables. For that predefined or system table, synonym is tab. Even we also can create synonyms on tables. Even we also can create synonyms chapter. We can create synonyms on tables. Listen, in starting classes, I have told about creating user and granting permissions. In starting classes, I have told create user username identified by password. And after that, we are granting permissions. Grant connect resource DBA to username. Grant connect means end user. Resource means developer. DBA means administrator. So end user means the person works with the data, like working with seeing the data, like the data can be displayed in any application in any website. So connecting and seeing. And resource means developer can works with resources. Resources means tables and other objects. DBA, all these are there. And here you can see. See here you can see uh, permissions are there here, grant and revoke. So here you can see different permissions will be there. The system privileges, object privileges are there. Here you can see insert, update, delete, select, execute. So if they want to give only select permission on for the user, they can use a selector. Grant the select to username. So when if administrator wants to give only view permission, if administrator wants to give permission only to see the contents in the view, then administrator will write, grant select on view to that user. The command is there. Okay, grant select on view to username. So then user will have only select. Insert, update, delete commands will not work. See, when administrator is giving permissions on tables, like administrator will give permission only to see records. For some employees, adding records. Okay, all will not have delete permission. And if they want to give only seeing permission, then they will write. Administrator will write. Grant, then select on view to username. Then the user can only see the records. See, I didn't tell more about DCL commands. I told only 2 lines. Creating user, using roles. Grant, connect, resource, GBA to username. But many other options are there. Like if we worry, like if a view is modified, then how to stop? Madam asked the same. నేను వ్యూ మాడిఫై చేయకూడదు అని అడుగుతున్నాను. వ్యూ మాడిఫై చేయకుండా రెస్ట్రిక్ట్ చేయాలంటే కమెంట్స్ ఉన్నాయి. ఆ యూజర్ ఏంటి ఓన్లీ వ్యూ చూడడమే, యాడింగ్ ఎడిటింగ్ డిలీటింగ్ అవుతుంది ఈ కమెంట్స్ అంటే. దట్ దీస్ విల్ సీ లేటర్. So here again I am creating EMP table. This sample file I have sent. Once again I am creating this EMP table. This file is in Telegram group. By mistake, if EMP table is deleted, then you can get it back like this. Rollback, like I've used some other commands, no. Drop we have used. Rollback you are saying, rollback is only for insert, update and delete commands, not for bringing table back. If you want to get table back, I've told in starting classes at send notes, recycle bin, purge command, those you have to use. Restore command is there, all those you have to use. Okay, now see this. This is a table. Create view VEMP1. Then as select as it from EMP. So here I am not using where clause. Without where clause I am creating. So VEMP1 is the view name. It will show all the records. So view is created. Like how do you know that view is showing records from the table? Like we may think like view is maintaining some other copy, giving details. We may think like that. But here you can get solution for this. Select row ID, EMP-NO ename from EMP table. So here I am showing row ID of EMP table. This is the row ID here. The same row IDs you will get for the views also. Because whatever records are there in the table, view is showing same records. If records are different, row ID will change. Okay. Now I will say like this. Select asterisk from VEMP1. So this also will show the, sorry. Once again, I'll execute this. Select or otherwise I'll drop the view, VEMP1. View is dropped. Now here I'll here this is the select statement. And now I'm creating here I'll see the only managers list. Select row ID, EMP-NO ename, job, salary from EMP, where job equal to manager. So here from EMP table, I am seeing only managers list. Okay, to understand clearly, I'm using managers list. I'm creating view here. Create a view VMP1. Then as a select asterisk from EMP where job equal to manager. Okay. So here from EMP table, I am seeing only managers list. For clarity, students, for clarity, I am giving like this. Now create a view VEMP1 as select asterisk from EMP where job is manager. Okay. View is created. Now select row ID, EMPNO, ename, job, salary from VEMP1. VMP1 will show managers list. Here from EMP table we are showing managers list. So now see the row ID. For Jones in EMP table, for Jones this is the number E9 BAAD. You can see E9 BAAD. And this is the last one BAAG. Here also BAG. Whenever view is giving the records, view is giving the records from the table. So how we are confirming row IDs are same because view is showing the records from the table and table row IDs, view row IDs are same because view is showing the records from the table. Write description, write note. Table row IDs, table row IDs, write like this, huh? Table row IDs and view row IDs. View row IDs are same. Row IDs are same because view is showing records. View is showing records from the table. Write this, huh? Write these lines. So here row ID is what? Pseudo column. Here we have pseudo columns. Row ID is called pseudo column. Pseudo column. PSEUDO. Pseudo column. Pseudo column means it is an independent column, works on any table. Pseudo column means it is an independent column, works on any table. Now I am using row ID on EMP table because in every table row IDs are generated and they are stored in the table. For every table row IDs are created, row IDs are generated, they are stored in the table. So now we'll see examples using complex views. So here complex view can be created using order by and also by using group by and also by using joins also we can create complex views. Complex views we cannot modify like what we did before. Like editing we are doing. So here while working with joins we can see what columns can be updatable, what columns can be modified. While working with joins we can check this. So we'll see the examples now. So here I'll say create a view, EMP view 2 is given. Then as a select asterisk from EMP where so I will use order by. Select asterisk from EMP, then order by salary is given. So I want to display the records in using view based on salary wise. Order by salary is given. Then you can use where clause also we can use, but I am saying order by salary. Now select asterisk from EMP view 2 means it will show salaries in ascending order. View will show salaries in ascending order. Here you can see 800, 950, 1100, 1250. Ascending order means lowest to highest, minimum to maximum. Descending also we can use, DSC we can use. And here we'll use the group by also we'll use. Here I am creating another view. So create a view, EMP view 3 is given. Then as select, then department number, then max salary. Max salary based on department number from EMP. Then group by department number. So here we are giving like this. So EMP view will show max salaries based on department number. We are storing the result of group by statement in a view. See this. See, mistake is group by max salary. Before we have used count, we have used. Group by department number. I think this is correct only. In previous examples, we have used this. It count before it is used to work. Okay, okay. See, when I'm storing in the tables here maxal means temporary column name is required, I think. That I'll do here. Temporary column name is required, I think. With complex views. So here I'll say max salary. Group by department number. So now it is working. So the mistake is, what is the mistake, madam? What is the mistake? See, group by we have used before now. Before we have used group by. But when I'm using group by in complex views, for Maxwell it is asking for column name. We are giving temporary column name here. If I am giving temporary column name, then only it will work. Max salary I'm giving. For max salary, max underscore salary. This is the temporary column name that we are using. Now see this. Select asterisk from EMP view 3. So it will show like this. Whenever I want to see count of employees in each department, count of maximum salaries based on job wise or highest salaries from department number, every time I should write group by. Okay. So instead of writing the same select statement, we are storing the result of select statement in view. We are storing the result of select statement in a view. Then no need to write the queries many times. Okay. See, when we are writing joins and when we are writing subqueries and all, joins means 2-3 lines are there, subqueries also 2-3 lines. But in real time, when they write select statement, it may be around 5 lines to 10 lines. Our queries are very simple, select queries. Our queries are very simple. But in real time, they will write complex queries which are around 5 lines to 10 lines. Then you can store the result of select statement in view. Whenever you want that result, you can execute the view. Here like this. I want this maximum salaries based on department number, we have to give like this. No need to write the same select statement multiple times. The result of the select statement we are showing in view. Whenever you want to execute the select statement, you are going to execute the view. Then we'll get the result like this. So now I'll create a view with equi-join query. See this. So here we'll write equi-join query on sample tables. On sample tables we'll write. So here I'll say create a view. View name is EMP view 4. EMP view 4 as the select. Then here I'll say EMP NO E name job salary DPT dot department number, DNAME, location. So here I am giving columns from EMP table and DPT table. Then here I will say from EMP comma DPT. Then where DPT dot DPTNO equal to EMP dot DPTNO. So this is equijoin query. Equijoin query will have where clause. And equal to sign is also there, equals to symbol. In outer joins, what will use? Instead of where, what will use? So we'll use on. Instead of where clause, in outer joins, we'll use on will use. So equijoin can also be called as natural join. Equijoin can also be called as cross join, can also be called as Cartesian join. Equijoin can be called, equijoin is called as not natural, some other naturals, natural size cube, not that natural. So here, equijoin is, what is equijoin? What it is? Equijoin and self joins are, equijoin and self joins are inner joins. Full outer join, left outer join, right outer join are. Okay. So when we should use inner joins? When we should use inner joins? If matched records are there, you can go with inner joins. If matched records are not there, then we have to go with outer joins. So here we are giving like this. Now select asterisk from EMP view 4. See, if you want to join tables, if you want to write equijoin, then the select statement may have 5 or 6 lines. My query is only 3 lines. But in real time, equijoin means it may be around 7 to 8 lines. Whenever I want to see records from both the tables, every time I cannot write 7 to 8 lines select statement. The result of that select statement, I will store it in view. Whenever that result is required, instead of writing that select statement, I can execute the view. View will show the same result. See this. Like this. And here when we are using this joins here, user updatable columns is there here. So when we are using joins here, when we are using joins in complex views, it will show what columns can be updatable here. So here I'll say DAC, user updatable columns. Here you can see user updatable columns. This is the system table, and this is having columns like this. Select column name, then updatable. Column name updatable are the columns in the system table. From user updatable columns. Then here where table name equal to EMP view 4 is given. Table name means view name you have to give. Students, okay, no? Students. See, when we are using ఏంటో నా పరిస్థితి నాకు అర్థం కావట్లేదు. నేను ఎందుకు అరుస్తున్నానో నాకు అర్థం కావట్లేదు. ఎంత గట్టిగా చెప్పినా పడుకుంటున్నారంటే ఇంకా మరి నేను ఏం చేయగలను? నా పరిస్థితి ఎవరికి రాకూడదు. But you can will understand Telugu. No, not at all. You are understanding only my expression. Okay. Weekend, no Saturday, we cannot do anything. So here, when you are using joins on complex views, you can see what columns you can modify. Here you can see it is showing table name is not table name, view name. Table name is not table name, view name. EMP view 4. It is showing like this. EMPNO updatable. Name, job, salary updatable. Department number, DNAME, location not updatable. We cannot do updations on department table. When you are using joins in complex views, because we are showing values from both the tables, we'll use this. Okay. Right. Examples using complex views. As I'm not using, you can use as I'm not using. I am not using no. You can write as. Instead of writing complex queries every time or several times, you can store the result of that complex query result in view, and you can execute the view. So when if anyone asks you what is the purpose of use, you have to give this answer. Instead of writing select query many times, instead of writing complex queries many times or several times, you can store the result of the queries select query in view. Whenever that result is required, you can execute the view. This will reduce the repetition. Instead of writing the same select statement for many times, that repetition we are reducing. We are stopping that repetition. Here user updatable columns means system table. This is system table. User updatable column, system table. So yes means updatable. We can modify the values. But the columns in department table we cannot change. It is saying no. We can write user updatable columns is a data dictionary. Data dictionary means system table. No? Here table name means we are giving view name. Table name is not table name. In the place of table name is the column name. In the place of table name, we are giving view name. Madam? Table name. Madam? To see? ఏది మేడం ఇక్కడ అంటారా టేబుల్ నేమ్ అని ఇచ్చాను కదా ఇక్కడ వ్యూ నేమ్ ఇవ్వాలి కదా అందుకే వస్తుంది ఇక్కడ టేబుల్ నేమ్ అనేది ఏంటి మేడం కాలమ్ నేమ్ టేబుల్ నేమ్ అనేది యూజర్ అప్డేటబుల్ కాలమ్స్ అనే టేబుల్ ఉందా ఆ టేబుల్లో కాలమ్ నేమ్ అలా ఇచ్చారు వాళ్ళు మేడం Okay, I'm stopping now. Afternoon we'll continue with indexes. Exam. What exam?